username, password. All
Actually, I tried to change the value for that, but I couldn't do that. Could you please repeat?
yeah, I will show you, no problem. Once the class comes, I will show you what it does. Just reason what you are. Once the class comes, I will show you.
So on the field, we need to double click, right? If you want to go
Right click and configuration. You can see Jakarta has released. Now enter the release notes. Jakarta. So earlier I have started the class with the Fuzi before the Geneva. I tell the class in Geneva, I ask the students to practice in Fuzi. So if you practice in Fuzi, then you will get more errors. Then you will get the subject. So you can see it here. I'm just opening here. So if you want to reset admin password, actually if you want to make it plugins, you can activate here. If you click on the release instance, that means this instance will automatically remove from the backend. So you have to request a service with the new instance, you have to go from the starting onwards. And reset admin demo data. If you want to remove all the data, demo data, by default which was given by ServiceNow, we can remove it. But generally we will never remove it. And reset admin password. That means if you want to change the admin password, you can click here. They will give a temporary password. Once they have given the temporary password, we have to change it from backend. And the reset and wipe instance. Wipe is nothing but reset and backup. Here there is no backup, it automatically reset. Upgrade is nothing but now, for example, every version we have the latest patches. Security. So Microsoft is using every Wednesday. Second Wednesday or third Wednesday for SQL. Like this also ServiceNow will give, for example, if you found any bugs. 523. I hope the password wrong. Sorry? 6. Yeah. So for example, Geneva has reached, Jakarta has reached, but at the time developer don't know what are the issues with the Jakarta. Maybe once they have released a product ad sale, some errors, some bugs will be happen. To reduce that, they will release a patch, and they will assist you to how to add it one. So when the upgradation, that service, when we have to raise a ticket with the service from team, they will take care of that one. So we don't need to worry about it. They will help you to how to do it. So when the upgradation, the service now 100% will support us for upgradation. So upgrade is nothing but if you want the latest patches, here you can upgrade one. So right now you are using the latest patches. If you want to upgrade Helsinki, you can upgrade this instance. Helsinki is which you want.
You can directly upgrade it.
Yeah. So yesterday what you have created? Chaitanyas. So Chaitanyas. We have created one application menu. So yesterday we have discussed about the table concept. Table is nothing but in the service now, everything will be stored in the table format. For example, if you have created one user, it will be stored as a table format. In the table, for example, what you have entered, that we call as a record. Here are the same thing. And so yesterday I created how to create a custom table. So again we will create one custom table. How to add those custom table in this application menu. Here assume that this is the Chaitanyas. So now I want to create a table for the Chaitanya faculty. So just go to the tables. This is called left navigation. This is called left navigation. This is called navigation filter. So if you want to create one, click on the tables. So this table creation, this was also backend stored as one table. This table, this is the module from our end. For the service, it will data as a table. When you click on new, so that is nothing but we are creating a new record. As per ServiceNow point of view, for our point of view, it's a table. So I'm just going to Chaitanya faculty. So it was automatically meant if you want to extend, you can extend it. So here, if you want to create a new menu, you don't want to create a new menu, and you want to give it to the Chaitanya. So you go to Chaitanya, then it automatically create. So I'm just making same fields, name, I'm not making any. So name, number, it will automatically come. So I'm not giving. And yeah, the designation, name, designation, mobile number. The state fields also you can see. mobile number, email ID, and organization.
The default, the maximum length would be 40, right?
Yeah, by default, if you want, you can increase it. By using configure dictionary, you can set up to very long, because if it's a name, that was fine. If it's a description, we don't know how it is exactly. Organization. So this was fine. I'm just creating here. Now, what are the fields? I have created only 6 fields, but there are some predefined fields which was created by ServiceNow. So what are they? System generated. That is nothing but. What are they? Created by and created date. Created by created date. Sorry, we are not given a number. Updates, updated by, updated, and SysID. SysID is nothing but it's a unique ID which is a alphanumeric combination. For example, whenever we have created in the service now, everything is table store format. In the table, we will store it as a record. In that record will be stored in the backend some other location. That location we will call as a SysID. Okay? I think everybody know except the SysID, you don't know. Everything you understand. So I'm just making a one.
What basic use of that SysID you do?
SysID, that's a unique key.
In order to find the.
So I'm just making, sorry?
In order to find the table name.
Yeah, you can give the table name. So whenever you call a something, for example, when you go to any record, SysID will be unique. So if you want to filter something, so for example, the incident the parent, the problem has a 10 incidents. But how you can verify, filter it? And in the parent table, sorry, in the parent problem record, 100 tables, 100 records is there. So in all the 100 records, how you can differ it? Sometimes category will be same. Sometimes short description also same. How you can differ it? Usually you don't know number. So at the time we can filter it by SysID. Everything you can do it. So for example, the problem related to incidents are 10 incidents is there. We can filter by this SysID. SysID will be very important. If you don't know about service, interviewer definitely will ask for SysID. If you cannot tell about SysID, immediately they will send out. You don't know about service. The next thing they will treat it. So every record is a unique key. So now what we have created? We have created a some. Sorry. So auto number it has not saved. Let's click on the save. So here, you have clicked here. Click on the Chaitanya faculties and now verify. So these are the things. Now what you have given now. So I'm just going Chaitanya faculty have the extension here. Now I'm just making a mandatory. How can we make a mandatory? So right click, configure dictionary. In that configure dictionary, what is the use of mandatory? So I'm just making exactly mandatory and update. Mandatory thing is nothing but we have to follow it once, or else the record won't be saved. So I'm just making now. We are just making this number field again read only. So now I want to make a designation as a choice drop down. That means designation is nothing but junior lecturer is there, senior lecturer is there, principal, some different will be there. Tutor is there, something is there. Now I want to make this one as a drop down. How you can make it? Right click on the field. This is called as a form. This is called as a field. Right click. Configure dictionary. In that configure dictionary, these are the by default. You can see maximum. The type, choice, and just go to the.
What is the display?
So if you want to display it one, by default it is display. If you don't want to, sometimes you can use, but we never use this one. By default it was false.
What if you want to? If once it is entered, once it is saved,
That's not true. Display true. That's it. Nothing to change. I don't know why they have given that option. So now what is our task? So now we have to add some choices. So in the choices, yeah, ACS will automatically generated. In the choices, here I am just making as a junior lecturer. So I'm just making a value at 10. This value, if you want to call this one, we can give as a 10. Sequence is nothing but how you want to display here. So I'm just making, I'm sorry. So junior lecturer. So we can use 20. So if you want, you can have the same pattern also. Junior lecturer, senior lecturer, and principal. So this was fine. So I'm just making it 3 choices. Now I'm updating this one. Now what do you have entered? So we have created a drop down. This one. This is fine. And here we have one more option, organization. The organization will be the default value. So if you want, you can enter Chaitanya also by default you will get. If you want it, click on the right click, configure dictionary. If you want to make any changes on any field, you can make it here. Here you can give it the default value. You can go to the default value. Then you can write it Chaitanya. And I'm just making a read only. So we don't want to edit.
One, can we do like this? Once it is entered and it's saved, can we make as a read-only record?
Yeah, you can write a script for that. You can write a script. Once the record has submitted, it automatically you can write a script for that. So designation. So these are the ones. So now I'm just adding some records. Ashok is the senior lecturer. Email ID Ashok. I'm sorry. @gmail.com. Mobile number 741. So one thing. So another thing. So I'm just making Srikanth. Srikanth is a senior lecturer. So I'm just making his mobile number.
For the email ID, we are using that type as string or email.
By default, if you want, you can write an email thing. Email, and you can write a validation script on that one.
So it is not mentioned.
Sorry. Yeah, we can make for that one as a what I am called validations. The email should be @gmail.com. Email should be @narayana.com. Narayana. You can also make the validations. So just principal. So I'm just one more record I'm adding. So I'm sorry. So I'm just making this one as. So I am adding one more record, 2 more records. So now I have created 6 records. These are called records. This is a list view. Now what do you have to get? Now we want to make a relation between this Chaitanya table and Chaitanya. This is a student table. Now we want to make a relation. That means whenever we are creating this one, we have to give the in charge here. How you can give in charge here? So if you want, you can enter manually. But for example, that in charge is not available. What we have to do? Sorry.
We should go for none.
Yeah, but here we have to, that means we have to call that one. That means that is another table. We have to take the reference from the another table. That means we have to display those all the values. Here it was showing. So the field type was reference. That means if you want to show any other table, the field type should be reference. The reference specification, you can see here. Here, what was the reference table? What is our table name? So you will display what the Chaitanya faculty is our table. Select it and click on the update it. Now what happens? You can see here.
We have Chaitanya records will be.
Yeah, we have created 6 records. It will be visible here. So if you these are the all the records, but you want to only display this is all the record, but you want to display where the designation is junior lecture. Now if you want to, then we can write a condition here. Configure dictionary. So here we have done. We can write a condition here. So what is the one? Designation is what is the one? We can accept. So if you want to give the designation is junior lecture, you can update it. Then you can see how many records it will display. Maybe 2 records. And you select row here. Click here. When you click on here, it will display the rows record. When you click on here, it will automatically move to that record. If you want to see all the details. So now, but your requirement was the designation of junior lecture or senior lecture. Both will be displayed. Then how we can write it? Sorry? Yeah, we can write or condition or is one of. So these are called operators in the, this is the reference one. So what you have made this is the reference qualifier. Reference qualifier is nothing but we are referring in that we have to making some qualifications or making some negations as per our requirement. You can see and our designation is senior lecture. You can update here. Now how many records has to display? 6 records. So this was 4 records were displayed. Now assume that you are adding a new record here. Chaitanya faculty, I am just going to Chaitanya faculty. I am just adding a new record. Harish, who is a junior lecturer in that one. Now just go to the here Ashok record. Now how many records has to display? So like this, if a new record has done, it will automatically display. So in this, if you want to make a filter here, you can write in this. You can also design designation is only junior lecture. You can filter it. It will display all that. Okay. So this was the how to make a reference billable. So in the database term, this will call as a foreign key. In the database terminology. Hello. Hello. Santosh, are you able to understand?
Yes, Karthik, I'm following you.
Yeah, Rana,
I'm
are
trying
you
to
able to
understand.
understand?
Yeah, I'm able to follow you. I think yes.
I'm getting any fast, you are able to understand. Hello.
Sorry, say that again.
I'm getting any fast, or you able to understand?
No, I'm able to follow everything that you're saying because I've seen the.
I'm getting fast, let me know. Okay, I will go slow.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So I hope this you understand. This was the basic table. Now, so this is the how to make a relation between them. So we have done how to read only choices, how to make a default value, how to make a reference from the another table.
We actually I have a doubt.
Yeah.
So we are taking a reference. So we are in the Chaitanya's main table. So we can take the reference value from any table.
So assume that so these are the Chaitanya module.
Yeah.
Now I am just going to here. So this is the Chaitanya table. That means you want to add another table in the place of Chaitanya faculty. Yeah, we can do it. In the ServiceNow, it will teach us 2 different tables. As per our terminology, those are relationship tables. You can see here, I'm just removing condition. So I'm just making a user table.
Okay.
So I think everybody is known user table. So whatever the user table name, what was I am very sorry to ask the questions. So I hope you have created users. Users, you have created users. So this is the users, this underscore user. Please remember that this table name. So I have created a user table and update. So how many records will display? Maybe 561. These are the demo. These are the tables. So if you want to make any condition here, assume that the role was something ITL. Maybe. I think I didn't discuss about the ITL. ITL is one of the role in service. You will be part of ITL, you know that. So here we have written here. So you have to write the condition here. Just making role is ITL. And I'm just saving, updating this record. Let's see how many will be displayed. Mostly I think it was 19. 18 records. These are the users who have the idea. In the service now, there are 3 types of users. So assume that, so you are a Paytm customer. What you will do in the Paytm? This was a question related to service now.
Yeah.
So you are a Paytm customer. So you want to, what you will do in the Paytm?
Yeah, you will pay the bills.
Okay, pay the bills.
Any vendor or something like that.
That means you will purchase something, you will book a tickets, flight tickets, bus tickets, train tickets, and you will transfer money something, whatever it may be. That means we are replacing the Paytm application. But is there any restrictions? Can we make any new in the Facebook? Sorry, in the Paytm? We can. That means we are the end users. So in the service now also we have 3 types. First one, the ESS users. ESS is nothing but employee self-service users who doesn't have any rules. That means they are using our application as the end user. That means in counter Paytm, we are the end user of Paytm. In the service now, ESS users are the end user of service application. So whenever you got some problem in Paytm, then what you will do? Assume that you have purchased one mobile, Samsung mobile, but they have sent some Motorola mobile. Then what you will do?
Just call to them and raise the incident.
Yeah. That means whenever if you raise an incident, what is the backend process will be done?
They will be reaching out to the customer.
Yeah. That means somebody is working on the ticket. Somebody will work on the ticket. So what that means what I have, somebody is working on the ticket is nothing but, so in the mean who has raised by either shut by ITL user can raise a ticket, ESS user raise a ticket, admin can raise a ticket, anyone can raise a ticket depending upon small one. But ITL user will work on the tickets. He has some special permissions other than ESS. For example, the mobile has missing, so he has to investigate. He will check with the concerned hardware department, dispatch department, courier, whatever it has to verify. The service users will raise a ticket, ITL user will open that. Now got it, what is ITL? These are the normal one. So above the ITL user, there are admins is there. What was the admin will do? If you have system administrator, what you will do?
Users, passwords.
Exactly. So if you go to any organization, they will give some username and password for you. Who will give you?
Admin.
Data will be maintained by those people. Anything other, you can reset our password, you can change the laptop on, you can change any application also. In the service now, do admin can move the data from one to another, one instance to another instance, and some persons, somebody will move. That means he can do anything on service now. But ideal user has some restrictions. User concept. So I will tell you the started briefly about this one. So just I will give one. So these are the users have the ITL role. So save this record.
Actually, if we are the developers, admin guys will be different. If you are, but we are the developers, admin guys will be different, right? So if you want the admin rights, so what sort of group we need to assign?
In the service now, there is no developer role. Everything is available as admin. Depending upon your roles and responsibilities, you will work on some applications. We will give those some access to it. For example, if you are a developer, So if you are admin, you don't have scripting, then what you will do? So depending upon the one, so you can see it.
When we come to the organization as a ServiceNow developer, so they will be giving the all access, admin access, or we will be creating a new.
Sometimes they will give a custom role, sometimes they will give you an admin role. That is depending upon your project. I can't tell you, that is depending upon the requirement. So mostly they will give the 99% they will give the admin role. Mostly they have admin role. Admin can do anything on it. You can do make the reports, you can do the incidents, you can manage it, you can send the reports, you can write the scripting, you can configure email notifications, you can move the data from one instance to another instance. Anything you can do. If you have admin role, that is your admin. So above you are the ServiceNow is a super admin. But if you have any issues, we can raise a high ticket with the ServiceNow. Okay. So this was you understand some small concept on users. So how like this you can configure any table. You can configure asset table, incident table, problem table, water will come. Now got it? So this was a fine. Now we will create one table as a child table. So this is the Chaitanya. So Chaitanya doesn't have any other role. When you click here, right click, configure. When you go to the dictionary, so you go to the table, it will go to automatically table. Yesterday we have go to the system definition table, so you have to click here. So if I make it extensible, extensible, and also, so now I'm just going to create another record, another table. Just go to the table. What is the use of creating child tables? What is the use of creating child tables?
You can get the data from the parent table.
Exactly. Some rows, scripts, some will be executed here. So I'm just clicking here. So I'm just making Chaitanya student. So what is the action table? Let's look. Star is nothing but it will treat as a contains. So I'm adding this to the Chaitanya module. Columns. I'm not creating any column. That's it. Now this is fine. Now I'm just refreshing the application navigator.
What is the user?
So just refresh. If a new has created, you'll automatically turn on. Just to refresh in our web browser. Otherwise, you can reload the page also. That's mentioned. Just go to the Chaitanya students. And you create here. Why this has came automatically? Why this came automatically?
Okay. From that parent table, all these are
Yeah.
generated.
Yes. So if you want to this number, this should be in a different format. For that one, you have given us this format. But this is a different table. This is not a Chaitanya table. This is Chaitanya student table. This should be different. How you can change it? Same thing. Whenever going to here, configure. Sorry. Click on the table. Controls. You can extend this table also if you want. Auto number, CHA, ST, the format. Click on the update. Let's see what happens. What happened? It was changed. But this field belongs to which table? If you want to say this field belongs to which table, click on that one. It was belong to U underscore Chaitanya table. But what is our table name?
You underscore China students.
So if you want to,
So if you do something here, that will be reflecting there.
mostly that's simple. You can add something, test. So you just want to test it. Let's see what happens. I think test is not here. Okay, one record is there. Chaitanya will be there. Like this. If you want, you can segregate here also. So like this, depending upon the number condition, you can change it. you can make it one. Okay, and also this is the fine. And what is our next step? So like for example, you want to create a one more field here. How you can create a one more field? So these are belong to which table? These are belong to student table, but you don't want to for the student table. So if you want to configure form layout from the form layout, so you don't want to state, you don't want to location. This one, but remember number and date. So you don't want to in charge, you don't want ID.
So yesterday, today in the morning I have tried. There was a design in there, so we can drag and drop the fields as well, right?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drag layout.
That is I have to do in the next day. Because this was very simple. That is also simple, but some issues with the form design. But if I did in the first class, you will afraid of that one. That's I'm very happy you are learning before I teach you. That is also very useful to me. Very helpful to me as a deal with you. So I want to create a one more field. What does I want to add in? So number is going to assume that I'm just as a school name. School is on there. Something address. You can see here field name large 4000. So simply for a temporary purpose. So address is there. You can here. So you can see here. You can enter many things. But here it will stop. Why it will stop? So you can see here when you click on address, see what is happened. Here what was the table? But the name was came from which table? This name was belong to which table? I hope you got it. What is the child table, parent table issue? The name field has taken from the parent table. This table, this address will have come from the this current table. So like this.
How you have could you please navigation?
Sorry.
There is a pop-up dot. Could you please show me that? What's the table? The pop-up.
This is the form. Click on the right click, configure, go to the table.
Show table configuration.
It will go to the table which we have created. Got it? So here you can make it. So if you want to, I'm sorry. For example, this was fine. We forgot about ACL. These are the modules which are given. So assume that you have one field here. Name field. Name field was mandatory. Simply in the configuration, I'm just going to here. I am removing this one mandatory. I'm sorry. Actually, active false is number. It will not be visible. When I click on update, what happened? So name was not mandatory. When you go to the Chaitanya's, let's see. Here the name will be mandatory or not?
Mandatory.
Let's see what happens. Here it will not display. It's not because that field when you click on the right click configuration, it will go to the table field. So let's see. We are a little bit confusion. So this is the one out font. When you click on the configure dictionary, it will display the table. Which table belongs to this one?
It is going to the parent table.
Yeah. This was fine. So now we have seen how to configure a child and parent table relations. And one more thing, this is the form one. Now you want to go to the form design, configure form design. So if you go to the one, I'm just giving it as a name as a mandatory in this form only. Let's see what happens. This is the form design. So mandatory, and I'm giving a save. It was saying So just reload the form. Just reload it. It was mandatory. That means this was belong to which table? Student table. Now it was belong to the parent table will mandatory or not?
Not mandatory.
Let's see what happens. I don't know what will come. Okay. So this was belong to parent, that's why good. So for this case, we will write a script for this one, sample script, or else we will write a dictionary override. So I will show in the next later. I will show you what is the use of dictionary override and how we can give this one. Because this was a parent table, that's why it has come automatically. So we can write a client script to make a mandatory one on that form only. So we can use the dictionary override. That is nothing but if the child table field value change. Configure has changed the dictionary values, but doesn't affect the parent value. Later I will show you when the topic comes. We will show you everything will be done. So I hope you got it or still any confusion.
What is the basic use of this design and we are doing in the
Form layout. If you want to, you can go to the form layout. You have to add the fields again. One more thing. If you go to the form, so you want to address here, kept here. Just drag and drop. You can just click here. The same thing will reply. So just reload it. Let's see what here happens. Just reload the frame. You can see here. Just I'm saving here. What is this one? This was a Chaitanya. Sorry, student data. That means when form layout or form division, which is a latest one will be saved. For example, in the form design we have changed the design. After that, we have changed this form. The format we have changed it. That is the latest will be updated. The old will be not vanished. It will override. That means. So you can see here, like this. So for example, this is the one, and so here I want to create one more field. These are all the available field types. So I'm just making a date type. Assume that join date. I'm sorry.
from here also we can create the new field.
Yeah. You can go to the table, form layout. From here also you can create a new fields.
We can also create
But here when you go to there are some backend what happens. Yeah, we can enter here. So now we have created a one. So by mistake you have given the address. You want to change it to some different name. How you can change it? By mistake you have entered address. It was not address. Complete address you have to repeat. The label. This you call as a label. I don't know if there's a problem with the internet or problem with the so it was slow. Being a problem with the instance. I think it's not saved. What you have done? It has not saved or not. Maybe it was not saved. Yeah, it was saved. You can see here. Students. So I have given a student this field as a JOI. I want to make it as a joining date. Just click here. So this was a date field. Right click, configure dictionary. Just go to the configure dictionary, or else the backend value this was we cannot change it. So I can change here. Joining date and updating. Or else
the label is nothing but it will be displayed on the screen.
displays for end user level. That is our level.
If you want to query that, we need to.
Yeah, if you want to make it, this is the field which is in the black backend.
Backend.
glide data, this was something.
And that is a table, main table.
Yeah. Whenever you are given a form table, so it will be like this one. Choice
That's
field. That's the problem.
And this is the data type, right?
Yeah. That's the problem. Field was name was. But when you go to the address, we can configure as per our requirement. U underscore address will be like. That is the problem when you design with the form design. So when you go to here, if you want to, you can go to the configure label also. From here also you can change it. You can see here joining, data of joining. So I'm just making this one. So no need to worry about. So I'm just making u underscore joining underscore date. So I'm just making enter as
change that
a
as
sorry.
an element. You can change the element.
Let's see. You can see joining date. So if you want any URL target, you can mention. Click on update. What is the error message are showing? Element. It doesn't change. That's the problem. When you create with the form design. So it's not a good practice, student. So I'm just making this one as a date of joining. Sorry.
When we are doing
Form design, this is the problem. It will like that. If you want, you can use it G underscore glider date one. But yeah, but some we don't do. So I'm just making hint as a date of joining. If you want to make any URL, so joining.
target URL.
If you want to make any URL, you can go it. But this is not a one. When you go to the updates, then it will be helpful URL target. So when you click on here, date of joining, it will automatically change. When you click here, you are showing help here. Okay, when you click here, you are showing date of joining. For this field,
Okay, if you enter the hint, it will be
yeah, you can just click on the configured label. You can hit here mobile number. So this we already seen some banking applications. Credit card is a credit card number. Some we have seen banking applications sometimes. Sorry?
Hovering.
Please.
Hovering means when we hover, we are not clicking on the button.
Okay.
We just move on that.
I have listened the code first time. I don't know that. Okay. Sorry?
We can see the hint from the
okay.
show time.
Yeah. So when you reload the form, let's see how it will appear. So date of joining lines. We have changed that but reflected it. So simply now I'm just making date of joining from the form layout. I'm just making after the number. Let's see. So which you have done here. So that means which is the latest record will be visible. Okay, go to the form design, form layout, both are will be same. In the form design, you can drag and drop out. Form layout, we have to give the each and every form. I hope you understand. Hello, Santosh, you got it or any issues? Santosh?
Yeah, Karthik.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, Rana. You are able to
Yeah,
understand?
Karthik, I understand. Yeah, I was able to follow. Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
Sorry?
I was able to follow. Yeah.
Okay, that's no issue. Because I'm getting any fast, you are able to, I'm not getting any fast, I hope you.
No, you're okay.
I think the pace is okay. Yeah.
I'm getting any fast, please let me know, I will go for the slow. Okay?
Okay, no worries. Yeah, sure.
Note down the task. Don't think I will give in the first class task. This is not a school, so this will become the training. It's a training, so you have to learn it. If it is a school or college, that will be the a lot of time is there. So create a new one table under the application menu which you have created yesterday, and you don't have any relation between those two tables, and create a choice fields choice something and date fields, and make a one field value by default, and the default will be automatic read only. Okay, the default value field should be read only. And once you have created two modules, this Chaitanya will call the application menu. These two are called as a modules. Create a module under one application menu, and after that make relation between them, like reference, and give the conditions. You can verify. So when you go to the reference, you will see many options is there. So and go to the in charge. You can see dictionary is there, configure dictionary. When you go to the reference, you will find and or is one of, verify all the things. So or operator, so filter conditions. Or else when is you can see is not anything, or else you can add another thing, one field like city starts with something. These are all you can verify. Each and every point you can verify. If you are unable to understand, ask me in the next class. Okay. And verify and try. If you are getting any most advanced in Google, you can try it. If you are unable to do it, that's not a problem. I will tell you the next class. But you have to try. At least you should try. Santosh, you understand the task?
No, Karthik.
So create a one. I think you today understand you have how to create a table.
Yes, I will.
This is also I have told in the extra days class.
Okay.
So create a one table. Create two
Okay.
different tables. Okay. So and make them as a relationship between them, like which you have done with the reference. You have seen today designation, senior lecturer, junior lecturer, like principal. You can verify. Okay.
Okay.
So you can try. If you are interested, you can let me know in the tomorrow's next class.
Okay.
So Rana, so just wait for, I will show you how to create instance in this one, so that will be practice to you.
Yeah, I was thinking if you can send me the videos as well, that would be
Sorry,
great for me to
sorry.
practice.
I'm not able to hear you.
If you can send the videos as well, it will help for me to look at them.
So no, just wait for 10 minutes. I will tell you how to create a
Okay, okay.
instance in ServiceNow. Wait, please be on 10 minutes. So if you want to, you can listen Santosh, or else you can leave for the day. So we'll meet on to next day, next class. Okay?
Yeah, listen to this.
That's no problem. So this is the developer.servicenow.com. So if you want to one, just go to the developer.servicenow.com. Here, so if you already register, you can click on login. If it is the first time, click on the register. So as you can, sorry, what was the initial? B. B. Could you tell your email ID?
KNTHHU
K.
S now.
So I'm just copying this one. Search. The username is nothing but your email ID. So after that, so I'm just making, it has to some different conditions we have to meet for the password. One uppercase, one lowercase. Simply I'm just saying try and write 1, 2, 3. MZDKF. I have to read out the conditions. Click on the submit. Bye. So one activation link was sent to your email ID. Just open it. Let's go open it. You can open it. We send you. We have to activate that link, or else it will not create account in the developer.service.now.
Activate this link and
We have to just wait for 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. We'll wait. No?
activate it. But
No, I'll do it. Activated. The password was, I'm waiting for you, but just copy and paste it. So once they are activated, copy, sign in. Now it was signed automatically. Now you have successfully registered in the developer.servicenow.com. Now, no need to worry, just follow it. So now we have successfully logged out. After that, we have to accept the development agreement. Click on the submit. So after that, it will have some basic details. So you can write anything. Learn about apart from the country, company XYZ, role will be developer zip 50049. So this was fine. Now after what we have to do, we have to request the service as an instance. So here you can click on the rest, manage. So here you can see. So your request can manage is free of charge, but it will retain. You don't have any minimum activity. At least 10 days. If you are not open this developer service and wake up the instance, we have to. It will automatically remove the service from the pool. So click on the request instance. So you can see here it is showing the error. Within 10 days reclaim, it will automatically remove. Understood? So these are the available versions. Geneva, Helsinki, Istanbul, and Jakarta. Jakarta has came on the past 4 to 5 days only, as of my knowledge. So I'm just clicking the Geneva. ServiceNow has stopped with the Geneva. within 1 or 2 months they will stop the security supporting. Yeah, asking to all the migrate and another one. Maximum of 6 months, we don't see any instance with the Geneva. So this is your instance. The temporary by default, the username was admin, the password was this one. So you can click here. By default, the name was username was admin and I'm this password. Now it is asking to change the password for the security purpose. So I'm sorry, I forgot my current password. For the best practice, give the developer is developer.servicenow.com and this should be the same password. So that will be easy to remember. You can see now instance has created. From now onwards, you can practice the whatever class. Yeah. You know once I think hope you know. So this is called as user interface 16. So if you want to change it to 115, just click here, click on the settings button, click on the switch to user interface 15. You can see observe what are the differences between them. Sorry? This is called navigation filter, left navigation. This is called left, sorry?
Toggle screen and screens.
Toggle. The system administrator in that one will show in the right side, show in the left side. There are some features. These two will not be visible. It will show as a drop down there, like this one, these two. Okay? So this is called your instance. This is your instance. When you go to the right end, DEV, after that it will show the client name. It is a developer instance. It is a test instance, it will go to the test, after it will show the name. If it is a production, it will show as a client name dot ServiceNow. Like this.
Client name and service.
Client name dot
What
service.
about this ServiceNow would be the same, the logo.
ServiceNow, any logo if you want you can make it. I will show you the
Change that.
how to make it. Everything you can see. It can be this service management logo, this file above this ServiceNow, this browser tab, everything we can make it as per our requirement. This is a customization. These are one. So I hope you understand today's class. You can verify, you can try to on the task, try to finish the task. If you are anxious, let me know next class. Okay? So remember this one.
How if a client want to migrate to the ServiceNow, how we are going to ask the ServiceNow guys what about the payment?
So you can check with the sales support. You can go to the just go to the ServiceNow.com. Just with the contact HM. Contact them. Directly you can message, shoot a mail to them. They will help you. Or else they have some partners, sales partners, technology partners, services partners. You can contact them also easily. So mostly
Depending on the users, they will be charging, or depending on the data.
depending upon the users, they will charge. We have a Express login and Enterprise login. Express login, which is used for ServiceNow, is a very low. Express login.
That will contain only 5 Express users.
That is no, it will depend. They will charge for user 100 to 150 dollars. But we cannot move the customization. We can use that one as which was given by ServiceNow. We can do a minor changes. When you go to the enterprise version and entire customer version moment, I think it was 70k dollars. I don't know exactly what, but they will charge depending upon the users, depending upon our database size in that one, flexibility. And some more they will give the development testing instances, after that they will production instance. Or else that will, if you don't want to developer testing, directly you can take it like this. Depending upon those two, they will charge it one, depending upon the users, depending upon our database size, and depending upon some other features which has given the service to that will cost. So these are the partners in service. These are the partners. You are partners.
Let's say we have discussed that. I couldn't do that.
What is it?
How to dependent values. How to say.
What's your instance number? I forgot you.
15.
No, that's not a problem. So assume that. So this is our module. So I'm just working with an incident table. On that I'm just making some temporary purpose I'm making. So in the incident I'm just making right click, configure, form layout. I'm just making state and location, state and location. These are already state fields is there. Uh, so here I'm just making something state, but there are already state is there. So I'm just making country. Okay, because it's already there. I'm making this one as a choice. Adding here. And I'm just making here as a area. So this country, these two are I have created. Yeah. Now what is our goal in the country? I want to create a three one. On the area I want to create three states. One. Let's see what happens. So what are the two? What is the country? This is the country. So I'm just going to right click, configure dictionary.
What is that watch?
Watch is nothing but you can observe what is happening on that field. So country. So I'm just making this one as a choice. I think it doesn't save it. Choice. And choice is specific drop down without none. So I'm just making a three countries: India, Australia, US. So the leverage of which you are doing AMD. Sorry. So I'm just making a. I think you know the value sequences. USA. So UK. We are just making three countries. So this was Now we want to create a dependent that one. That means this was one. So the area configure dictionary again. So the state should be, you can change it to choice. Just go to the advanced view. In the advanced view we can see the dependent one.
Advanced.
Maybe that is you have forgotten. Mostly I think. So you can see here dependents. Click on this is true and select the which field you want. So what you have given? Country. What is that one? Yeah, this was the country. Here we can write the states. AP. For the AP, I'm just giving can. From this, sequence is 100. For the dependent value for the India, what you are given? 10. So AP and Telangana. So for I'm just giving 10. 10. And California. California I have given as a 30. Displayed as a 300. And it was belonging to USA. That's why I'm just making 20. And Slavia. 400. Like it was a 20. If it is a UK, so London. So you don't want to give any value. What happens? 50, 500. So London is there. We are going to UK is there 30. So London adjust. just click on update. Now what is our expected output?
When you click on the country,
When you click on the India,
it should
only 2 will be visible. If you not given a dependent value, it cannot be displayed. You got it, Santosh? Hello?
Yeah. Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah, when you select the UK, do one thing, you just try
Yeah.
to first you don't give the dependent value, you can make the choices and verify how many choices will be visible. Forgot to say this one. Okay? So you can see it one. So let me know in the next class. Please complete the task. This was all the Spartans in the service. What have I mentioned? It was not showing here. So about sales partnership, they will charge something. Depending upon it's a gold partner, silver partner, they will charge something. Okay. What have I mentioned? The services partner.
it is on the CRM, right? Customer relationship.
It's not a CRM. ServiceNow we can use anything. It's look like a CRM but not so CRM. You can use IT industry, mobile, marketing, sales, legal, customer support, HR, business management, product portfolio, any industry you can use ServiceNow except the payment gateways. Till now they will touch the payment gateways. You can see here ServiceNow products. So mostly they are using ITSM till now they are popular because of ITSM. That's why everyone is using ServiceNow is a technical tool, technical tool, technical tool. It should be a part of. So when you click on the products, you can see these are all the products. This item there is a part of it one. This is a part of ServiceNow. It's not a one. Okay.
You can use this for facilities management as well.
Yeah, but the basic fundamental is same. If you written like this configuration, we have done the choices, the same we can do in the facility also. The same relationship. How you can make it different, the same concept, but there the terminology, how that include that will be different. But the basic fundamental field, return is scripts, how it will like everything is fine. Okay. Any other questions? So you can write if you answer, let me know on the next class. I hope you, I expect you if I ask more doubts. I think you are not practicing, man, so you are not asking any doubts. If you are practicing something, you will get some doubts. Okay? You want to can ask your brother, so how I will teach him. So I will ask him, shall we finish the task or not? Okay? Hello? Yeah, Santosh and what is his name? Rana, you are able to understand? You understand?
Yeah, I've got an instance myself, so I'm good. Yes, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
No, I've already got an instance, so yeah, I'm able to follow all the instance and those kind of things. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, just create an instance which are the steps. After that, you can try the table concept. Okay.
Okay.
So if you have any queries, you will meet on the next class. You can ask me in the next class.
Yeah.
Okay, at the same time, 7 p.m. IST.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you. Have a nice time and have a nice day. Bye bye.